You've not played in a playoff game, have you?
Yeah, for Ipswich, we got beat by West Ham twice.
And what stage was that?
In the playoff semi-final.
Oh, right, okay. Not the playoff final?
No, I mean, the first one as well, that probably burns the most. We were winning the first leg 1-0. Header.
You scored, did you?
Yeah.
Honestly, did you ever not score in a game?
Yeah, well, I'm just giving you a fact. Joe was probably there, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah. 1-0, and then we got beat at Upton Park, and then we got beat by West Ham quite comfortably the second time. I think David Connolly ripped us to pieces.
How devastating is a defeat in a playoff?
Yeah, it's tough to take. Because you almost feel like you put in that much work throughout a long season in that championship, or the old Division 1, and then to all of a sudden not even get to Wembley, it's almost just like here we go again.
Let me ask you this: who beat you?
West Ham twice.
Okay, where did you and they finish in the league?
Well, do you know, if I can remember rightly, the first time we lost, we got to... Oh, no, the second time we lost, I think. First part of the season, we were flying. We had a top-of-the-table clash against Wigan. We beat them 2-1. So everyone's thinking after that, here we go, we'll win this. Our form in the second half of the season was so patchy that I think we just about snuck into the playoffs.
Oh, wow, okay.
And then by the time we met West Ham, we just...
You ran out of steam.
Run out of steam.
Okay. You've lost in other big games before.
Yeah.
How does defeat in a playoff compare to defeat in other big games?
Yeah, that one really hurt because, again, I lost another one in Derby. Forgot about that one.
You ever won one?
No. I've won a game, but not a...
Right. Did you, as a player, did you feel it was a big occasion? Like
yes,
bigger?
Yes, huge.
You did?
Yeah. Sorry, what's your question before that?
I can't remember the question.
You asked me.
Well, you should be remembering the answer. I think
it hurt more at Ipswich. Not saying it didn't hurt at Derby, because it did, but because I'd come through the football club, I'd seen how it affected.
You knew the club.
I knew the club.
Yeah.
I saw how the unbelievable scenes when they got promoted, beating Barnsley 4-2 in the final at the old Wembley. Mm. So when obviously you don't go up in the playoffs, it's like, oh, here we go again, and it's a long season. And again, by the time we didn't get promoted in 2004 and lost in I think it was either the last day of the season or the playoff, I can't remember which one, I knew that was it. Like, I had to go to the next level, which was the Premier League. Like, I'd seen Dean Ashton, who was at Crewe, and Norwich, he went to the Premier League. Cole went to the Premier League. It was like all these guys I'd been in the under-21s with, I was like, listen, it's time for me to...
Do you think it's fair? Right, I'm looking at the Championship table now. Ipswich currently third, 90 points.
Ipswich are currently second.
Sorry, Leeds third, 90 points. West Brom sixth, 72. 18 points is the gap.
Not fair.
Right? Over what's going to be 46 games. West Brom could beat Leeds if they meet.
Yeah.
Right? If that's how it finishes. Is that fair?
Well, yeah, you know the rules, and it's one of those...
I know, but is it fair?
Yeah.
You finish 18 points ahead of a club.
Well, you get 90 points, Leeds, you get 92.
I mean, Hull could even sneak in.
Yeah, it's one of those where... Was it so been... I'm sure at some stage, if I'm playing for a team that's finished third on 90 points and don't go up, I'm going to be kicking and screaming. It's not fair. We've had such a better season than them, but we ultimately haven't got the job done. Leeds, I mean, it's not over yet, but it looks like they haven't got the job done potentially. So they've only got themselves to blame, because Leeds had a run, right, where everybody, because it chops and changes in the Championship. We were all saying at one point, well, do you know what? We first said Leicester are promoted, then we almost had a little bit of a wobble and went, well, do you know what? I don't think they are. I think Leeds are now the team that everyone's got to avoid. But Leeds at times have had horrendous runs. They've had great runs. They've had horrendous runs. They've had big losses. I mean, when they really needed their form to be consistent, it was poor. I mean, they drew with Watford 2-2. Then they went and lost to Coventry 2-1. Then they drew 0-0 with Sunderland. Then lost 1-0 to Blackburn. Then just about beat Middlesbrough 4-3 when one of their goals was offside, and got smashed by QPR. So if they'd have picked up 3 wins in those 7 games, then we'd be having a different conversation. One
of the questions you're asking is, do you think a playoff would work in the Premier League? For a number of reasons. One might be that if they're the top 4 get Champions League, top 3 do, and then it's 4, 5, 6 and 7 playoff for that. It might be that the team that finished 17th play the team that finish, I don't know, 3rd in the Champions, or whatever. Would you like to see either more playoffs to do with Premier League success and Champions League, and or a playoff scenario where someone in the Premier League who's just about to drop down plays someone in the Championship who's just about to go up? Would you like to see that?
I don't know about the changing of divisions. That one I'm not sure about. But I was thinking, because I don't really like seeing 5 teams from the Premier League potentially being in the Champions League, because that doesn't feel like the Champions League.
Yeah.
But I wouldn't mind if it was...
But what I've just said isn't 5.
No, but
okay.
Say the top 3 are guaranteed Champions League.
Yeah.
The 4th place plays a playoff against a 4th around the world, like other European countries. So like, do Do you know what I mean? So
whoever finished fourth in La Liga
plays against fourth in the Premier League. Rather than this coefficient, you'll just
like that.
Like fourth in the Premier League.
That's nice. Did
Fourth
you come up with that yourself?
Yeah.
Did you though?
Yeah, 100%. About 15 seconds ago. Yeah. Fourth in the Liga.
Really nice.
Fourth in the Bundesliga. Fourth in Ligue 1. Fourth in the Eredivisie.
Yeah, but then you're going to get clubs countries with more.
But again, at least
I like that.
At least that team's earned it.
I like that. That's nice. Okay. Well, we've put it out to you lot. What do you make of it? 03717223344. Jude is a QPR fan. Hello, Jude.
How's it going, boys? You all right?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, is this Jude the handyman?
Yeah, it is.
Nice. How you doing? You right?
Yeah, not bad, boys. How you been?
Yeah, we're good,
well,
man.
I've heard how you lot been. You've been all right, yeah. I had something to say, and then Benny, you just come up with your idea, and it's completely trumped my one, to be fair.
Go on.
But I was thinking something like the English Premier League, so the EPL presents the EPP, the European Places Playoffs. And you could probably do it one or two ways, where, 4 down to 7, so it's like semi-finals, go into each other, and then there would still be another game after that for the fight, like for the other two European places, the Europa League and the Conference League. Or you could do it with from 2 down to 7, and then maybe the second position is just seeded straight into the semi-final. But being a QPR fan in the Championship most of our time, the playoffs just add so much more excitement to the season. Because I know what you're saying, and it can be deemed as unfair, but like Benny said, the rules are the rules, and it just adds more excitement. And we can be so much further away from third place, but the season there's still something to play for.
Yeah, that's true. And Jude, listen, that's a really good point. I really enjoyed that. But also, I wanted to thank you before we go back to your point about beating Leeds 4-0 last Friday night. So I don't think I had the chance to thank you. So thank you.
No, you're welcome. Outrageous performance.
Does that frustrate you then, Jude, being a QPR fan, that you can't put in that level of performance every single week?
Massively. Because the last game before that I went to was against West Brom, and I know we only drew that game, but West Brom had none of the game at all. And we've put in these great performances against the teams at the top of the table. But it's Fuentes has come in, and we were damaged. We were real damaged. But he's got us playing some real good football again, and I'm excited for next season, to be honest.
Jude, thanks for that. Let's go to Joel, who's a Liverpool fan. Hi, Joel.
Hi, evening. You all right?
I'm good. How are you?
Not bad, thank you. Terrible idea for the Premier League to have playoffs. Sorry. With the money involved and where you finish, if you look at last season, you're a United fan, aren't you? You scraped 4th place. Would you have liked to have dropped into the playoffs?
We got 3rd, didn't we, last season?
Did you? That's me and I'm not in front of the table. But you understand, it's not good for 4th place. That's Aston Villa's at the moment. They fought tooth and nail. They're almost back to the level they were back in the 80s. And to have a team 20, 30 points, 20 points below them or more, play off and just undo all that hard work on a one-off game is terrible. It's all embedded in the Championship, fair enough. You even get a trophy for it in the Championship, as if the prize of being in the Premiership is not big enough.
But let me ask you then, does it, funny. Joe, I hear what you're saying, and parts of it I agree with. Does it not give the opportunity for clubs further down the league to still have something to fight for towards the latter stages of the season? So for argument's sake, if Arsenal, Man City and Liverpool had Champions League football, but 4th spot was up for grabs between 4th, 5th, 6th and 7th, Newcastle currently 7th on 53. Behind them, you've got Chelsea on 51. They're going to go for it. Behind them, you've got West Ham on 49. 4 points behind that 7th spot. They're going to go for it. Even Bournemouth are 5 points behind 7th spot. Does it not keep a lot of the rest of the season open till the very, very last kick?
No, you've had all season to go there. I've been devastated when my team hasn't reached the Champions League. That's bad enough. Putting in the playoff, it's almost... I know it's another shot at it, but that's your problem. You've had all season to do it. Whether it's injuries, VAR or whatever, it is what it is. You deserve to finish where you finish after 38 games, whatever. I'm sorry. No.
Okay, you don't need to apologise. Thank you for that call, Joel.
I always say that when it comes to when people go, about that one game, but I think we've had 37 before that. Get it right before that. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah,
I know, but the same argument could be said for the playoffs in the Championship. You've had 46 games to get it right. Exactly. Why do you need a playoff?
talkSPORT Drive with Andy Goldstein. Monday to Friday afternoon from 4 on AM, on DAB, via the talkSPORT app and on your smart speaker. talkSPORT.